Alabama celebrating last season's national championship. And they'll start the 2010 campaign right where they left off, as the Crimson Tide are the #1 team in the Associated Press college football poll. The Crimson Tide took 54 of 60 first-place votes. It's the first time Bama has entered the season #1 since the Bear Bryant era.
Defending champion Crimson Tide bring back a well-stocked offense, 9 returning starters, led by the Heisman Trophy winner Mark Ingram, starting quarterback Greg McElroy, and a terrific wide receiver in Julio Jones. If there's any questions about Alabama, you would think it would be on the defensive side, where they're only return 3 or 4 starters. The thing is they have new players, but they have very talented players.
The #2 team in the AP poll is Ohio State. The Buckeyes are loaded with talent and return a number of starters on both sides of the ball, namely star quarterback Terrell Pryor.
He'll start the season as a Heisman Trophy candidate, maybe the favorite, again with a team around him that will provide him with some good weapons.
At #3 comes this year's BCS buster, Boise State.
With the highest ranking in the preseason ever for the Broncos. And they're not going to have to worry about whether they're going to be able to jump teams to get to the national championship game, and they're not getting enough respect at the beginning of the season. At #3, they're getting a lot of respect. And if the Broncos play well and go undefeated this season, there's a really good chance that they're going to be in the national championship game on January 10th in Phoenix. #4 is Florida. It's a bit of a year of transition for the Gators, but still #4 in the preseason poll. The biggest transition, of course, being that guy Tim Tebow is no longer playing quarterback for the Gators. Maybe the greatest college football player, arguably, of all time. He's moved on, but make no mistake, Florida has a well-stocked roster and a lot of talent coming back.
Calling signals for the Gators this season will be junior John Brantley.
Don't think John Brantley is just some guy. John Brantley was a highly touted high school prospect. He was a guy who could have played quarterback and been starting years ago at big schools. He's been biding his time for a couple of years, and now he's ready.
Colt McCoy has moved on, but Texas comes in at #5 in the poll. Sophomore Garrett Gilbert steps in at quarterback for the Longhorns.
It's Gilbert's team this year. Gilbert was a big prospect. Everybody knew he was the quarterback of the future. The future came a little earlier than Mac Brown probably wanted in that BCS championship game against Alabama. But it is his team now.
It could be a big year for the Horned Frogs of TCU, who come in at #6.
The Horned Frogs have a lot of talent back, led by their quarterback Andrew Dalton. And Gary Patterson's a heck of a coach. If Boise State slips early in their tough games against Virginia Tech or Oregon State, it wouldn't be surprising to see TCU go on another big run and get into the mix for a national championship this season.
At #14 is Southern Cal, which is serving a 2-year bowl ban. #18, North Carolina has its first preseason ranking since 1998. And rounding out the AP Top 25 is West Virginia, which has 9 returning starters on defense. John Klobuchar, The Associated Press.